Good morning, or afternoon, or evening. This is Tara, and I wanted to do my fascia dance with you all today, just to kind of show you that I'm still doing it and I'm learning, and I'm even adding a couple of things, which I should write down. But we won't worry about that right now. So, I've been investigating fascia, and it has been a very interesting thing for me because I've been in pain for many years and did not even think of this. I knew about it, but I thought it had to do with cellulite, and it does, but that's not everything. Um, Fascia basically is the network that completely encapsulates your entire body, kind of keeps your shape. So that's why the cellulite thing. It's collagen, water, and really a lot of nerve endings. So when your fascia is super tight or dehydrated, you're going to know it. It's going to be painful. And especially as you get older, you need to pay attention. When you're younger, you're already working with your fascia because you're already acting like a silly, crazy person. You're climbing trees, you're crawling around the ground, you're doing things like that. Those are the things that keep you young. It's important to keep going, so we don't keep going. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some water out of the fridge. So yesterday, because I'm taking a break from kefir, yesterday I made some water. Now this water is structured, and how I did that is I took this here. This is very simple to do. You can do it at your house. Structured water. I put a bunch of marbles in it. I cleaned the marbles first and then put them in here and ran the water that I was going to put in that container through the marbles. That structures your water. That's a whole nother thing to go check out. But I like it. It tastes better. And so I'm going to pour myself a glass of that right now so I can have it during my workout. I have been drinking a lot more water because it's been hot, which is good. Um, and I'm still drinking out of plastic bottles that I get. I reuse them until they can't be used anymore. Then I turn them into stock containers. But they're the thicker plastic bottles. I don't know. I'm sure it's poison, but I figured some structured water for this would be excellent. So this is a super simple exercise that almost anyone can do, and it can be modified if you have limited mobility. Like you can see, I'm a big girl, and I'm working on all of it. And fascia is a big deal, especially now. So let's go have cheers to you. I find that this really helps, and I can do it throughout the day, multiple times a day, because I'm not making it a big long workout. I'm just doing as many reps as I feel like doing, and then moving on to the next thing. So it's not one of those things that's going to hurt your head and say, I have all this commitment. You could easily bust this out in the morning, and if you never do it again the rest of the day, at least you've done something. And for me, like going for walks right now, like I was even going to stop yesterday. I took Fancy out for a drive. I was like, I should just stop on this dirt road and walk the dog. I guess I can't. And so I'm just not there yet. So between the vibration plate, which I use all the time, if I'm sitting down, the vibration plate's going. I do not inactively sit because it hurts. Or I'll sit on my exercise ball and bounce. So I'm always kind of activating the fascia and the core muscle because that's the only way to feel better. So you do these as many reps as you want. You could do this a couple of times in a row. You could do it for a half hour straight, or you could just do it in 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to do a short one because I have work today and I want to be nimble and quick and enjoy working. I love my job and it is physical, and I really have to keep my physicality up to par or it's not going to be my job anymore. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a hop. Now I am not coming off my toes. I'm coming up from the ball on my feet and I'm just hopping a little bit, and I can feel it in my left leg. My left leg is giving me problems. So I am aware of it, but I'm not in pain. So I'm just hopping onto up from the ball of my feet and letting my heels hit the ground. And I'm just doing that until I'm sick of it. And it's getting there because I'm feeling the muscles in my right leg starting to tense. So I'm just moving the blood a little bit, letting the fascia know I'm about to start working on you. Okay, so that's good. Then I do these. This is my favorite one. I call this the twist. So you stand with your legs a little bit further than hip distance apart. Where your feet feel good, you're gonna get into like a saddle pose. Don't let your knees go over your toes. That's what I've been told a million times, so I'm gonna follow that. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let the back hand hit the back of my hip and the front hand hit the shoulder. This is talking to the fascia right now. And this it feels good. It's fun because you get to use a little momentum, and even if you can't hit those spots yet, you're going to soon. Because I think the first time I did it, I couldn't. And it lets your body know both sides. I need both sides to work today. So I'm going a little longer on this one than I did the bounce because I like it. And it's a comfortable stand position. I don't feel like I'm stressing out. Don't lock your knees here. So that was quick, right? What we got? And then arm swings. So you stand in the same position. I'm turning this way so I don't bang my hands on the counters. So I'm going to sit into my pelvis a little bit, keep my back straight, and do this till it bothers me. Or until I'm tired of it. Whichever. It's up to you. So even if you only did 2 times on both sides, you're still doing more than you did before, right? Leg swings. These are a little harder, and I've seen some people do them differently. So you can't see my legs. So I was doing the outside leg first. From what I understand, you do the inside leg. I'm just hoping I don't break nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swing my leg. I'm going to keep it relatively straight and flexed. My foot is flexed. I'm not going to point it. And I'm going to swing. Doing it this way is definitely different than doing it the way I was doing before. Just get your hips going. And it'll also check you in on other parts of your body. Try to maintain straight. Don't lean into it. Just let it rock. Okay. That was different. It was different. That it's going to be much more helpful, I think, I think that was more helpful. All right. This leg is easy for me because that's a leg that hurts. So it's not holding my weight. It's just swinging and it needs it. And I can feel this in different and deeper places. But I like that. I like doing the inside leg when you're holding onto something rather than the opposite. Gives a lot more stability to my weaker leg, which is really great. I'm so happy. And you want to breathe. Obviously, I'm trying to breathe. What do we got? Both arm swings with mini squats. So last time I screwed this all up and I was doing, and I'm like, that's not what I'm doing. So you go ahead and get back into that position a little bit further than hip width. Feet in a comfortable spot, knees bent slightly, pelvic tucked. And then here we go. You ready? Go up and down, up and down. Keep the back straight if you can. Hopefully I am. I feel like I am. Now you got the blood moving. This is where I normally would go into the wiggle, but today I'm going to do a couple other things. So first I'm going to do knee taps. And I'm going to bring my knees up to my hands until I can find a rhythm. Then at that point I might stop, and I think I will. So some knee taps. Trunk twist. Now, this one is kind of different, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. So I go ahead and get my knees apart. I bend over with a flat back, and I put my arms up like this. I think it's like this. I go like that. Yep, I feel that. That's awesome. Just a little bit, not long. I'm not counting yet. I'm not applying pressure to myself to be extraordinary. I'm trying to improve one step at a time. I will be pushing myself later on. As time goes by, you'll be seeing lots of crazy stuff. Golf swing, I don't think I can do it. I'm going to try. Okay. Back and forth. Twisting the bottom leg to a point, the back leg. All right. I don't know if I love this one. I think I might have to look at it again and see if I'm even doing it right. And then you can also hug yourself and twist. And then the fun part, the wiggle. And the whole time that you're doing this, you can tell your fascia something. So this kind of starts as a regular bounce, and then you tell your fascia that your fascia is very supple, very strong and flexible and hydrated. And you just start bouncing and wiggling. Let things be a little crazy. I used to do Tai Chi when I was in my 20s. They called this the happy dance, the happy man dance. I'm just kind of moving around willy-nilly. And then, of course, you could always do this. If you ever find that your legs are really tired during the day, get somewhere where you don't mind slamming your feet. Slam the back of your heels. Like that. It will help wake you up. I know that from being a drunk. If I was hungover, I was smashing my feet a lot to keep me working. So, kind of feel your body. Say thank you to your body. Drink your water. And that's what's up. So, another thing that I've been adding in the evening, getting on the floor, doing my roller. I have a roller. Hurts so bad. But I do it. And then after the roller, when it's time to get up, I turn around onto I crawl like a baby. And I'll crawl forward to one end of the rug and crawl backwards back to the other end of the rug. And I'll do that as many times as I want. Usually, right now, it's been about 3 to 4 times. Crawling is really good for you. And I have a bad knee right now, and I can still do it. So try. You'll surprise yourself. One day you'll go to do that, and you know, in the beginning, maybe you couldn't. Maybe it's all you could take just to get on all fours, knees and hands. And then next thing you know, you're going to be crawling around the room. And then eventually you'll be crawling around feet and hands on the floor. I'm excited. So, good morning. Happy Sunday. And thank you for hanging out with me in all my weirdness and my painted clothes. And yes, I have to do dishes. Yes. I might videotape that for you later. I don't know. But I'll see you later, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. Bye.